Amana gas oven ignites but turns off in 3 to 5 seconds.
Hello, my name is I will help you with your question. Do it do this 3 times and then do nothing until you cancel and start over?
Dave, no, I turn on theoven, it ignites, starts heating for 5 seconds and then the gas shuts off. Will I get a response back? Dave, is that the only question you have for me?
Sorry, I am here. This is a direct spark model and most times if the flam is not detected it will try to light 3 times before it stops. Do you hear the clicking when it starts to light?
Yes, it actually lights the entire bar but only for 3 to 5 seconds then turns off.
Okay, that will happen if the control loses its grounded connection. Is the outlet on the wall grounded and the plug ground pin okay?
Yes, it is grounded and the plug pin is good.
Then this could be a bad contact where the burner is screwed down in the front or anywhere from the control to the frame.
How do you troubleshoot?
Do you have the oven bottom out?
Yes.
Is the front of the burner tight with the screw?
Yes, no movement if I shake it a bit.
Just to confirm, the burner lights for a few seconds and then goes out and the oven sits with a temperature on the display but never does anything more even if you wait?
Correct.
That indicates a loss of ground somewhere. On the DSI control in the back of the oven the chassis ground comes off connection J2. It could even be a bad board.
Okay. I have no more questions. Thanks.
Can you Connell and restart bake and get it to light 1 time right away?
Yes, but I have to wait a minute or 2.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure that it wasn't the gas valve. If the coil in the valve opens it would take a long time to cool down and most times it won't reset.
Okay, I tried it on, it lights up for the 3 to 5 seconds, shuts off, then in about a minute it tries to relight but doesn't, no flame or PO light at all. It has tried 3 times to light but nothing.
That gets back to one of my first questions. Does it try to light 3 times before it just sits there?
Then yes, I have been shooting it off after it stops, I didn't want gas flowing.
We need to start over then. There is a safety system that the oven will try to light 3 times before it goes into lockout. There is a pause in between each try so the gas can dissipate. Does the broil work okay?
No, that hasn't worked for a month, I believe it was the igniter went, just a guess.
Has the oven worked okay in the past where it is installed now?
Yes, it just started this issue on Tuesday this week.
Can you see if the tip of the igniter goes almost all the way to the end of the metal cover? When the flame lights, the flame should touch the tip of the igniter.
There is a 1/4 gap between the igniter bar and the end of the metal cover, also there is about 1/4 of bar on the metal end.
That is okay. Does the flame touch the igniter tip after it is light?
Looks like it does.
Since bake and broil both don't work, this sounds like the valve, but I would expect it to take a while to get it to start lighting again after a failed try. You said it can be cancelled and restarted in a few minutes?
Yes, when it lights the first time and stops, I shut it off. If I try to restart it right way, it will not relight. I have to wait 2 to 3 minutes, then it will relight and shut off on in the 3 to 5 seconds.
Seems like it could be the gas valve coils, but most times they don't reset that quick. Do you have an ohm meter?
No.
There is no 100% answer for this one without testing. It could be the gas valve if either of the coils is breaking down, and since both bake and broil are a problem, it is either the valve or the control. Does the broil spark?
Yes, it does the same as the bake, ignites then shuts off in a few seconds. But that started a few months ago. Since we don't use the broil that often, it bothered me that it didn't work.
I wish I could tell you exactly the problem, but without testing the valve I can only say it is either the valve or the control.
Okay, thank you. You have been very helpful.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/ythi.